It's the Creator, aka Anthony. Just doing a quick review of what happened last night and a preview of what's to come within the next 48 days, man. Elimination Chamber, I gave y'all a short review over it. And, man, I was 3 for 4 of my predictions. But, man, everything last night was like a great way to get us ready for WrestleMania. Because a lot of people was questioning what type of role he's going to be. The main thing I said in the on the live stream when I talked about why I would never hate the WWE now is because you got Shawn, The Rock, and Triple H running this company. You got 3 wrestlers running the sports entertainment promotion that's turning it back into wrestling. And what you just saw, if you didn't see Elimination Chamber last night, I'm going to just do like a quick review. Elimination Chamber is the more than likely last PLE pay-per-view before WrestleMania, before the biggest annual wrestling in the sports industry, and mainly the WWE. And it's like the closing pay-per-view to get us ready for like the big matches. Elimination Chamber has what do you call it? Eponymous, a match where you have 6 people compete for high stakes, mostly for WrestleMania opportunity, whether it's for the championship itself or for a championship opportunity. Last night you had 2 chamber matches, 6 women, 6 men, fighting for a chance at world championship opportunities. Bianca Belair, she won her respective women's elimination chamber match against Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Liv Morgan, and Roxanne Perez, and Naomi. But we got to X Naomi out because during this match, when the match started, Jade Cargill made her return since November, since she's been attacked while she was champions with Bianca. And since Bianca lost her partner, Naomi took her spot, and she was her interim, I would guess. She was her interim champion. They've been defending the titles up until last Monday, where Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez won those tag titles. So Naomi, Bianca, and Jade has been a trio since the road to WrestleMania 41. And so Jade made her return last week and attacked Naomi because she believes, or she knows, that Naomi was the one that attacked her backstage. For what reason? We don't know. But during this time, you had Bianca, Alexa, Bayley, and Roxanne all locked in their pods. They couldn't get out. The match already started, and Liv Morgan is laughing at Naomi's displeasure because Jay was packing Naomi up, took her out, and that just makes me look forward to seeing what Jade Cargill is going to do later in her singles career. Because this is, this past year since she's been here, her hand's been held for the most of the time in her first year, being in the tag team division with Bianca Belair, and basically helping bolster her career with these accomplishments. But now this is the year where Jay steps out and shows her worth in the singles division. So just showing a little bit of what she could be able to do in the Elimination Chamber. You saw the look on everybody else's faces. Aside from Bianca's face, you saw Alexa's face. She's supposed to be Little Miss Fury, soon to be a part of the Y6. You saw Roxanne. You saw Bayley. They were all looking at Jay like, we do not want to run into her. Bianca, she was hella distraught, since she couldn't get out, she was just banging on the pods, emotionally just wore out because, my 2 besties, well, one of my besties is beating the fuck out of my other bestie, and she don't know how to feel about it, or do we know that? But nonetheless, Bianca ended up being the second person out, and she survived the whole chamber. Had a great spot with her on top of the pod, her and Liv Morgan, and Bianca used the hair braid whip to knock her off on the side. Diving crossbody to land on all three. The remaining ladies, they had great moments. I think Bailey was the first one eliminated, and after that you had Alexa, Bianca, Roxanne, and But nonetheless, Bianca won her match, and she's going to go to WrestleMania and the headline. This is the first time back in a singles title match picture since, as far as WrestleMania time, because last year she was partly introducing the big three, Jay, Bianca, and Naomi. So until then, she was in singles matches for titles. Charlotte Flair, not Charlotte, my bad, not Charlotte. Becky Lynch. She's been going against. She's been having one-on-one shots. Asuka, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch. Last year was her first non-title, non-singles match. Now she's about to be back in the singles picture. But with the story developing and Jade and Naomi and Bianca being a bigger part of it, we're going to see how this develops. Rhea and Io will be fighting for the women's title on Monday Night Raw, which I will be streaming. But I ain't going to say a foregone conclusion because Io Sky's one of the most talented women in the planet. And it'll be nice to see her back in the world title picture at WrestleMania because her and Bayley had a great match for the women's championship leading on to night 2. But more than likely, man, it's going to be that one-on-one dream match that we've been waiting to see between Bianca and Rhea Ripley. These two have been carrying in this division. They've been the Batista and the Cena of the women's division since they arrived. They kind of debuted around the same year, and their careers have been practically identical since arriving on the main roster, breaking out of NXT. They won their world titles around the same year. Or, matter of fact, on the same year, because WrestleMania 37, Bianca Belair won the SmackDown Women's Championship, now the Women's World Title, from Sasha Banks. And Rhea Ripley, she beat Asuka to win the Raw Women's Championship, now the WWE Women's Championship. So since WrestleMania 37, they've been neck and neck, but they have yet to clash with each other, and that's been a beautiful attempt on the WWE's part to keep them separate from each other for the most part, as far as facing each other for championships go. They teamed up with each other last year, during these Judgment Day clashes with Nia Jax, Candice LeRae, and everything. But it's all out the way now. It's about who is the best between the two. But with the storyline, like I said, developing with Jade and Naomi, I know Rhea, she's going to be a person she's not hella conscious, but the one thing is, we have a friendship, and one thing I can't take is Snake involved with anybody, so she's going to be the anti-hero babyface to try to eradicate the EST. Because I don't think that Bianca Belair is going to be undefeated at WrestleMania, and it starts versus Rhea Ripley. But nonetheless, it was a great exhibition of women, but the story of Jade coming back and finally getting a piece of her comeuppance, that was beautiful. Candice and Trish, Tiffany and Trish versus Candice and Nia Jax, that was a good match. The fact that Michael Cole almost kind of spoiled it, saying that Trish has never lost a tag team match in Canada, kind of gave it away. Good to see Nia Jax, back in the she's being consistently displayed in championship opportunities, not in main event marquee opportunities, even without her being the women's champion. But you're involving yourself with the women's champion, so that helps give delight. But I like the athleticism. I mean, that was like the least interesting match involved. But you got two beautiful women, Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton, teaming up together. That's almost like a dream tag team, you know what I'm saying, for the past and the future, because Tiffany Stratton, she's being booked as the next Trish Stratus, the beauty with the brawn that can fight athletically. Because Trish Stratus, she came in 25 years ago. She was the best wrestler, but as she developed in the years from 2002 up until her retirement in 2006, she showed that she could go on with the best. And even since then, since her retirement, her coming back during the reality era, I would say, when she had her match with Charlotte Flair and the stuff that she had done recently, 3 years ago or 2 years ago with Damage Control and Becky and Zoe Stark. Trish showed that she still got it. She's 49 this year, about to be 50 by the end of the year. So for her to be on this run and show her children that, mommy was a killer back in the day. Great work. But it was the least interesting match on the card. But congratulations to Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton. Now we're going to see how that's developing. Story with Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton is going to go. Put some fire into this feud because really Charlotte, she hasn't been doing anything. But got 48 days to see how this is going to work. Next up, you have the unsanctioned match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. It was everything we kind of hoped it would be. Only thing that I was mad about, there weren't any ladders involved because two reasons. You kind of connected to the Royal Rumble match, but they did use a whole lot of ladders in that match, so I think they didn't want to try to rerun that because the other reason was because Kevin Steen and El Generico had crazy matches back in the day, and it involved a lot of ladders, so they went all out, balls to the wall, no fucks given when it came to this match. Even the aesthetic of the WWE, you got to give them props for the lighting, making sure it was dark except for around the ring. They had to light it up a little bit because kind of like the fighters the wrestlers couldn't see. But even covering the WWE logo, that I thought that they took some off, but now they had like some cover pads to cover the logo because in an unsanctioned match, no rules, no disqualifications, but it's also not in the record books. WWE's they hold no responsibility to it, so we're not putting our brand on this. But if that's the case, how could you cover the apron with a black sheet? You know what I'm saying? Show the LED boards, take them off, but you know what I'm saying? But whatever, they have thought that. But they didn't have to think this match, Kevin and Sami. 4 table spots. And I say 4 because you had Sami Zayn put Kevin Owens through 2 separate tables, and then they had 2 stacked tables outside the corner of the ring that Sami Zayn went through. Amazing shit. They fought outside the ring, all the way to the crowd. The chair spots that they used were hella unique because you can't the unsanctioned match, you still got some rules to obey. So the WWE, you can't hit nobody, you can't strike nobody in the head like with a connected chair, like with swinging chair. So they tossed the chair. I saw Kevin toss the chair, always the other way around. But a short range throw to the head, that could be allowed. And also apparently half and half suplexes because Sami hit 2 of them on Kevin's head. No, he hit 1 on the floor, then he hit another one on Sami's head. Folded the table all the way up. That was amazing. Barbed wire chairs. Man, the spots that they did with that. They didn't just go with the backs. They didn't just go with the swinging back on the chair. Swinging the chair on somebody's back. They didn't just go with that. Sami, he was careful with it, but he opened that chair, found the gap where there wasn't no barbed wire, opened that chair, did a leg, gave Kevin a leg sweep, lacerated his face, and did the Blue Thunder Bomb while that chair was bridged on 2 regular chairs. Amazing spots that these men were willing to put themselves through after all these years, 20 plus years of doing this to each other and to others. They're the safest, most reckless bastards you could ever see because they really put it out on the line. I didn't see the end of the match, unfortunately. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to say that. I didn't see it, but I got a chance to check it out to make sure I can watch it whenever I please. And I didn't see the end of it. I didn't see how he beat the nigga, but he beat him with 1, and then all right, two apron bombs. to after 2 chair smashes to the face. Like that. I ain't paying for shit when it comes to these streams until I can afford it. So when it was after the chair smashes off the corner from the face, I didn't see the apron bombs, but I'm pretty sure that's what he did to finish. We gave him 2 apron bombs, and that finished the match. And afterwards, he was about to give him a package pile driver outside, on the like no pad on the ground. Then Randy Orton comes back. They fight off, and the security, they let them fight until Orton wants to punt him, and Orton takes out the JAG security. So we got Jade Cargill versus Naomi, Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley, and definitely Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn versus Randy Orton. But with Randy Orton wanting to punt the motherfucker, which we didn't see, what type of match they're going to have? They can't have no singles match because Randy Orton is going to want to punt that dude, and you can't punt him with in this type of regulations. But we know that we're going to see it, so they have to have some type of street fight, hardcore. It can't be non-sanctioned again. You don't want to. You do it twice, back to back on the PLE. That's almost overrunning it to the ground. So I would definitely believe there would be a not unsanctioned, but a street fight, or just basically no disqualifications to where these two can go at it. But that was a great match between those two, man. Anytime Sammy and Kevin really have those blood brawls, they feed families. They cook up. So great match between Kevin and Sammy. Can't wait till Randy versus Kevin, because the story that they had between each other last year, they were kind of basically partners in the triple threat match. When they was going against Logan Paul for the United States Championship. It was basically might as well have been a 2-on-1 handicap match, because Kevin and Randy, they was basically fighting against Logan Paul. They had to fight off Grayson and Austin Theory to get to Logan Paul. So the story of them two being friends, and they was fighting with each other to help fight off Cody and the Bloodline, until Cody did what he did with Roman, and Randy chose to side with Cody. That's when it all fell apart between Randy and Kevin. So the pile driver hasn't been seen since. Now he's coming back to avenge. This is going to be a great story between of emotions and just pure hatred between Randy and Kevin Owens. Can't wait. And then the men's Elimination Chamber match. Great match between those 6 competitors. Logan, McIntyre, Cena, Punk, Rollins, Priest. They all told their stories. We're definitely gonna see Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre, because Drew, he was getting too ahead of himself. Once Cena got on fire, Drew tried to snuff it out, but he's just getting too overzealous. But one thing you can, we'll get to that later. What Drew was saying on SmackDown, but he got eliminated by Damian Priest because he was just trying to be too cocky and thinking that he's the savior of everything that's going on. So Damian took out Priest. Damian took out McIntyre, so we're definitely going to see that. Logan got taken out by, I think it was CM Punk. It was great nostalgia to see CM Punk and John Cena have one last couple minutes in the ring together. They went in with each other. They kept it's been 12 years since they had a one-on-one match with each other. That one-on-one match that they had leading up to WrestleMania 29. If CM Punk won, then he would face The Rock. If The Rock won, I'm talking about The Rock because that's who it was. They was trying to face The Rock for the championship. So the chemistry that they had from 2011 and even before then, up until CM Punk's release, it has not been lost. It was beautiful. Everything that they did in that ring, even just everybody powering out, like CM Punk and Cena powering out of each other's moves. It's just the chemistry that you saw between Roman and Seth in the Royal Rumble is the same chemistry I saw between Punk and Cena. It was like damn near Money in the Bank of 2011 all over again, or that Raw match that they had, their last one-on-one match that they had on Raw all over again, because they knew each other's moves. Cena had that STF. He wasn't tapping out. He said, I'm wrapping my arms around him, putting that anaconda vice. Beautiful type shit. Even Punk kicking out the AA. Cena kicking out the GTS. I was like, shit. Seth Rollins tries to involve himself in, but Punk and Cena teamed up and took him out, but they didn't close the chamber door, so when it was time for Cena and Punk to close it out, Cena was trying to put in the STF, but Punk fought it off, went to the ropes, tried to get off of him, and one slight turnaround to the body, and you get a curb stomp from Seth Rollins, who's reluctant to leave, and said that CM Punk was going to main event WrestleMania over Seth Rollins' dead body. So that's 2 curb stomps that you eliminated cats from. You know, he said he still has hatred he has to pour out. He said, I have hatred for Roman Reigns. I have hatred for CM Punk. So we're going to see that hatred spew up on WrestleMania, because we know that Roman, he didn't return last night. So we know that he still wants some revenge from Seth Rollins for stomping his head on the steel steps after Punk eliminated both him and Rollins at the Royal Rumble. Now Punk, he just Rollins, he feels justified, because if I can't main event WrestleMania, Punk can't either. So see, John Cena wins the Elimination Chamber. He faces Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship, trying to go for number 17. But by the end of the night, we find out he has a bigger purpose. The Rock and Travis Scott comes out, and Travis Scott actually comes out with some sage. Weed is legal in Canada. He should have blazed the blunt. But anyway, The Rock comes out to Cody. He says, nigga, I got my arms open. Come on to me. Once you accept me as your brother, I got your soul, all of this shit. You got everything you ever wanted. Devil shit. You know what I'm saying? It sounded like when you remember when Jesus was fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, and the devil was just tempting his ass like, I can get everything you want if you just bow down to me. And Cody answers, he said, I want it all, but I have no soul to take, because I gave my soul to this ring and these people a long time ago, Rock. Go fuck yourself. Uncensored, on Peacock and Netflix internationally. Go fuck yourself, says Cody Rhodes. John Cena looks ecstatic, because that's the same man that John Cena got rock bottom by at WrestleMania 40 to help Cody Rhodes finish his story. This is the same man that Cena fought for 2 WrestleManias to prove that I'm speaking for the locker room that's here to be a WWE superstar, wants to stay a WWE superstar. This is the same guy that was fighting against the system that The Rock, he said that The Rock was a phony. He doesn't care about this business. He was ecstatic to hear Cody say, go fuck yourself. And that was just a clear, blatant no. So Cody and Cena dapped up. And once they hugged, Cena's face went from smiley face to still Jacob Toretto face. And then The Rock did that famous throat slash. And after they parted from the hug, John Cena with one of the clearest heel moves you could ever do. A swift kick to the balls. Then a Rolex comes out. Cena wraps it around his fist and clocks Cody with it. Takes his championship. Clocks him upside the head with it. Twice. Strips off Cody's clothes. Holds his legs. Travis Scott holds Cody's arms. The Rock pulls out the Cody Soul weight belt, which has Dusty Rhodes' death date on it, and proceeds to whip the shit out of Cody Rhodes again. So, the heel turn that fans have been waiting for since 2008. And was actually what probably was going to happen by 2012. And 2012 was the year that The Rock beat John Cena at WrestleMania 28. He said he was supposed to turn heel that year. But they pulled the plug on it mainly for the biggest reason. They didn't say why, but the biggest reason was because Cena was the biggest merch seller and the biggest drawer. Yes, he was polarized because you had kids that loved him, women that loved him, and hardcore fans, hardcore men that didn't. So you had that dynamic. But they all came to see him, whether it's win or lose, cheer or boo, y'all all came to see John Cena. Y'all buying his t-shirts, y'all buying his merchandise, his championship spinner belts, all of that. So you can't turn him heel, because once you turn him heel, the company goes down, because kids ain't going to want to buy his shirts because he's a bad guy. Ain't nobody going to buy his belts because he's a bad guy. Ain't nobody going to want to watch his movie because, mommy, he beat up, you know what I'm saying? So you couldn't pull that move in 2012. This year, the biggest merch seller is Jey Uso, the man that John Cena got eliminated by in the Royal Rumble. Yeeting all over the WWE. Cody Rhodes, probably right next there under him, with weight belts, the jackets, you know what I'm saying? Cody is over right now. So Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, top two sellers. Those two turn heel, merch sales drop, and TV ratings drop. They talk about the gates and everything, but let's be real, man. CM Punk's pipe bomb in 2013, before The Rock came out for Royal Rumble promo, was relevant. You ain't important until you start to sell some t-shirts around here. So you got that, you got them three, you got, and CM Punk too, you know, top merch sellers. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, top merch sellers. John Cena, he's coming back. He's much more adored, respected, and loved by everybody that's seen what he's done. He is not the top merch seller. He doesn't have, and he doesn't have to he doesn't have to stay a babyface to have a memorable run. He said it in his promo at Raw on Netflix that his stints, since he been a part-timer, his whole stints, he ain't won a match. He hasn't main evented a WrestleMania since 2013. He hasn't main evented WrestleMania since 2013. And most of the time he's back, he's putting somebody else over. He hasn't won a singles match in years. So him winning this Elimination Chamber just got him back in the winning circle. Got him back in the main event WrestleMania for the first time in 12 years. And got him in a spot to where he could possibly break Ric Flair's record. He got to turn heel to do it. Us as fans, the fans that used to hate John Cena, or the fans that used to love John Cena, we respect him and adore him now. We're all grown up. Most of us are in our is 25 or something. You know what I'm saying? Most of these fans that's watched John Cena as a kid, if they watched John Cena as a kid, so let's say 2005 was when you started watching wrestling, you was 8 years old. You're 25 now. Or you 8 years old, 2005 was when John Cena won his first championship. You 27, 28 now. You understand the business at least to know that this is kayfabe, this shit is real, fake, whatever. So you respect John Cena for all these, he's done everything. Him turning heel is going to be a shocker because the kid in you is going to trip out. But in this day and age, you got to understand it. So Cena turning heel on Cody Rhodes, beautiful move. And once again, back to I was about to talk about Drew McIntyre. I was about to also, talking about Cena and The Rock. Drew McIntyre, he was the first one to come out in that promo for the Elimination Chamber match. They showed a John Cena montage. Drew McIntyre's like, cut that shit off. I don't want to hear nothing about no John Cena. He comes out in his tirade, trying to act like CM Punk, clears out the announce table, sits down Indian style, and basically he's saying that John Cena is a hypocrite because he, unlike the other 5 competitors, unlike Drew, Damian, Punk, Rollins, and Logan, even Logan Paul, they all qualified. They all had qualified matches, as opposed to John, where he, after the press conference in the Royal Rumble, he said, after 23 years of hard work and service, I've earned my shot. I ain't gotta qualify for jack. I'm qualified. I'm in the Elimination Chamber and I'm gonna win. It's best for business for me to win this title. It's best for business for me to win number 17. Not for me, but for the next person for the person that's gonna be number 18. So that sounded like Triple H authority talk. Best for business. I need to win. That type of talk. I need your soul. I need to win. There you go. So Drew McIntyre, he was on the tirade saying that he just did exactly what he was against. You went to the Rock. You went against the Rock because you were speaking for us in the back. Now you ain't here no more. You a part-timer. You having a failed world tour, do whatever you want. You doing the same thing that the Rock did when he came back on you. So you're a hypocrite. All this type of talk. So Drew, he's still going to validate himself saying he's right, and then Priest, he's going to be the one to say, shut the fuck up. You still ain't going to WrestleMania, none of this shit. So nonetheless, Cena and Rock, Hollywood Rock. It's funny. A shout out to Adrian Hernandez. He put up a picture of Cena in the Firefly Funhouse match. One of the last images you saw was the what ifs. John Cena going to the NWO, coming out with the NWO spray painted WCW Championship hat, NWO T-shirt, kind of acting like Hollywood Hulk Hogan, doing the too sweet with Bray Wyatt while Bray Wyatt was bringing Eric Bischoff. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace. So they everybody was hoping but everybody's we didn't see this in our bingo card. Because as a farewell tour, you want it to be he's leaving, going out with a bang, salute, maybe he's retired with the world title, whatever. But in this present day and age, you can't tell. But it's a perfect story to tell. Cody Rhodes being the underdog champion, having once again the odds stacked against him. But as the champion, you got two Hollywood moguls, superstars. Well, you got one Hollywood mogul and one Hollywood superstar. Because Cena, John Cena is at a level where, you say Cody said The Rock told Cody, you're here, I can take you here. When it comes to Hollywood, The Rock is here, Cena's here. The Rock is about to take Cena from here to here. You know what I'm saying? Because The Rock, like I said, I don't know if I told you this in the last ones. Hefty commercials, Kia commercials, Honda commercials, and TV and movies. Hosting TV game shows, doing movies on the side. He just got killed off on Fast 10. You know what I'm saying? So, Hollywood is definitely in love with John Cena. And I wonder, people want to talk about Cena as a better actor than John Cena, a better stand-up person for Hollywood than, people say that John Cena is a better actor and a more upstanding person in Hollywood than The Rock is because how he treats the people after he leaves and they don't like to work with him, all this type of shit. Well, guess what now, bitch? He sided up with y'all. They're Tauruses, God. They're both Tauruses. That's the one thing I noticed during their feud. John Cena's birthday is in April 29th. The Rock's birthday is on May the 2nd. They both are Tauruses. Bullheaded, stubborn motherfuckers. So, they perfect for each other. Just that John Cena was on one side of the fence while The Rock was on the other. I'm on the Hollywood part-time, you on the top tier full-time. Now they both on the Hollywood part-time. We here now. You know what I'm saying? We've been in Fast and Furious together. Might as well fuck up Cody Rhodes a full-time top tier together, top tier full-timer together. But corporate Hollywood, Cena and Rock versus underdog, blue-collar, Cody Rhodes, with nobody on his side. What about Roman Reigns? Now, I'm going to put it, I was thinking about this last night. Now, last year, during the Road to WrestleMania, when they made the Bloodline Rules match, and they showed that trailer with Stone Cold and John Cena, when The Rock was beating the shit out of Cody Rhodes with the belt and bloodying him up. Once I saw that, I was like, oh shit, Stone Cold about to show up. He about to show up This Bloodline Rules match is gonna be crazy. You know, you had Jimmy, then you had Jay, then you had Solo, then you had Cena, then you had Rock, then you had Undertaker instead. Now we all found out like months after that Stone Cold decided not to show up because he wasn't gonna fly to do just a small little joint for WrestleMania. Now he said, I live in Vegas. I still live in Los Angeles. Now if WrestleMania shows up in those videos, I'll pull up. WrestleMania is in Vegas. And this is another perfect way. Talking about they talked how do you put lightning in the bottle twice? I think they done found out how to catch lightning in the bottle 3 times. First time, Cody and Roman just by themselves, no Rock involvement. Last year, you add the Rock in here, turn him heel, make him the final boss, made that even much more sweeter. This year, you got Hollywood Rock and Hollywood Cena going against Cody Rhodes as an underdog champion. Now, Cody, he's suited to be a corporate guy, but in this particular moment, he's Triple H's champion. You know what I'm saying? And there's one person that Triple H and The Rock, no matter what, if they was with Vince or not with Vince, both these men colluded to get this man out of here because he didn't fit the mold of the company. Now, Cody fits the mold of the company, but he's fighting with nobody on his side. Roman, I don't see him being involved until maybe a little bit later because The Rock officially made him his tribal chief. He acknowledged him on WrestleMania 40, but on the Raw on Netflix, he put the Ulafala on his neck. So that's The Rock's tribal chief. The Rock is the final boss, but Roman Reigns is The Rock's tribal chief when it comes to the bloodline. And Roman, I'm pretty sure he's going to feel conflicted or hurt about this because, like, one, he wasn't qualified for the Elimination Chamber. But nigga, it could have been me. I could have. So what? You gonna make me your tribal chief, but you're not gonna help? Like, you're not gonna help give me another spot at this fucking title? And The Rock, he's gonna probably say, nigga, you failed. You failed. I handed you the best opportunity, gave you bloodline rules and all that, and you let this some bitch, punk ass, blonde bleach, some bitch, Cody Rhodes take your title from you. So no, I'm gonna give you another shot because you was gonna lose. And then that's how, like, and there's another thing. Jey Uso and Gunther. Jey Uso's winning the world championship. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, babyface champion, is gonna be good. But I do believe after Jey Uso wins the title and the yeet is spread it all over the world, it's gonna die down a little bit because the chase is over with. Jey Uso finally achieved his dream of winning the world championship in singles division, world championship. So that's gonna be big and huge. But also, I believe Stone Cold's gonna show up. That's what I was trying to build up to. Stone Cold's gonna show up on behalf of Cody Rhodes. We finally get to see a flip-flopping Rock Stunner, and Stone Cold stuns John Cena too for the second time in his career because they only had one encounter for real when it came to Cena and Stone Cold. Christmas in Iraq, 2003. Stone Cold stuns John Cena. So we get to see that again. So Stone Cold's going to stun The Rock and John Cena. Cody's going to retain. Jey Uso is going to be the world champion. And Cody and Jey get to eat all over again as champions. But The Rock, he ain't going to be feeling that. Cena, he's going to mess around and be in the Money in the Bank. Win Money in the Bank for a second time in his career. And this time he's going to cash in successfully. But not on Cody Rhodes, on Jey Uso. And that is where Roman Reigns gets involved because I told Jey I was proud of him when he won the Intercontinental Championship. He stood his ground when he came back with the OG bloodline. He's been making these big moves. I've been proud of him this whole time. He achieved his goal being that motherfucker. I'm happy for him. Rock, you gonna send this white motherfucker that I beat plenty of times before my tribal chief days and in my tribal chief days. You gonna send this white piece of shit to kill my Usos' dreams? Now we got a problem, and that's where Rock and Roman gets built up for WrestleMania 42. That's where that's going to happen. SummerSlam is where Rock and Roman really gets built up because He's gonna help. He's gonna screw Jay or cash in on Jay, screw Jay out of his singles title dream, and that's where Rock and Roman gets involved, and then we're gonna get that. So, man, I think that and I think that was really what I was gonna cover as far as that part of the story. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Stone Cold pop up, and I think I'm gonna be right on this one because what others like? Come on, man. We haven't seen Stone Cold at WrestleMania since '38, and that was because it was in Texas. '39 was in LA. He could have showed up for LA, but you know, ain't no need for him to show up if it ain't nothing for him to get sink his teeth into. 40 was a perfect scenario, especially I thought with it being in Philadelphia, and WrestleMania 15 was in Philadelphia, the Rock and Stone Cold Part 1, WrestleMania. But he said I wasn't flying, but Vegas got WrestleMania, so I'm sure he's willing to pull up, like, you know, drive and do his thing down there and just raise some hell, drink some beer, and toast with Cody Rhodes, beating beating the corporate champion. So this man, that was it for my review on that. It's longer than what I expected, but man, I'm looking forward to this road to WrestleMania, dude. Like, anticipation is high. You got 4 confirmed matches, 4 confirmed championship matches, 2 dream matches, kind of like 3. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. I don't think it was a dream match, but John Cena, before Cody Rhodes became the champion, but since he came back in 2022, and when John Cena was celebrating his 20th year in the business, Cody was given that rub from John Cena, saying that this dude's gonna be the next face of the company, and lo and behold, Cody Rhodes is the face of the company. Get that turnaround, and you see that shit, it's gonna be great. But Gunther versus, like, you know, so in a sense, it's kind of is a dream match, but you know, it's like the dynamic of Cena being heel is a bigger one. And I don't think John Cena should come out to Basic Thugonomics when he does make his entrance for the first time, I think, because they say he ain't showing up until like in 2 weeks when they do because at this point in time, Raw and SmackDown, they about to be on this European tour. You about to have Raw all overseas, Paris or something, Belgium. They going everywhere they going everywhere across the world this year before they get back to Vegas. So Cena's got a couple of shows lined up to be out of town. But when he shows up, he shouldn't come out till the time is now. He shouldn't come out to Basic Thugonomics because this is not that heel Cena. This is not baseball cap, new era fitted, and Mitchell and Ness throwbacks. This is suit and tie, handkerchief up the sprout, ball spot showing, but no ashamed of it. This is that John Cena that we about to see. And I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready for it. But Gunther versus Jey Uso, we already know, man. Uso's about to get his shining moment. I just wonder what rapper he's going to bring out with to make this even better. Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley, a great dream match. Like I said, be waiting for weeks and years, months, and all that. I mixed up all of that shit, but this is going to be a great development in that storyline. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. I'm looking forward to Tiffany going over because Charlotte, she served her time. And even though I do think she's going to become a 16-time women's champion, or maybe not, but it's just not going to happen at Mania. It's Tiffany's time for real. And Cody versus Cena, man. It's going to be amazing. Predicted matches I got coming down in mind. Already got Jay versus Naomi in mind. Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn because Karrion is just going to keep teasing this nigga like you lost your friends, you keep losing to all these people because you can't help yourself. So Karrion Kross is going to get Helluva kicked out the business after this because, you know. Hold on. But yeah, man. So yeah, Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn, Jade Cargill versus Naomi, Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. What else? Aleister Black versus Finn Balor. What else? I guess a few matches. That's Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. CM Punk versus Roman versus Seth Rollins. These matches are definitely being penciled in as it go along. As you can see it more and more as it goes along. But we got the four main title matches penciled in, and I can't wait to see how this all develops, man. See y'all tomorrow because I will be streaming for Raw on Netflix. Because hey, WrestleMania is coming, man. And no, whatever. That's it, man. I'm out this bitch like newborn puppies, man. Enjoy the rest of y'all day.